President for New Mobility and Connected Communities at WGI. And on behalf of Kelly Coiner, my colleague and the President of Innovation for Mobility, we are grateful that you have taken interest in this topic of what's new with autonomous shuttles. Kelly and I have been doing this for about 5 years, and of course we've grown to love the technology, but we're also taking a really firm look at what it means for the built environment, for economic development, and street design. These things all matter because it's part of a transit system. Now, part of what we also want to convey is included in one of the links in a recently released report from the Transit Cooperative Research Program on low-speed autonomous vehicles in public transit. And that, again, is available through the link. It includes a lot of case studies that delve into what you need to know about marketing, about the technology, stakeholder involvement, and the real nitty-gritty of getting these shuttles into public transportation. So what is new with autonomous vehicles lately? We'll go over a couple of things. First and foremost, there's a lot of innovation in vehicle types. Everything from two-seater pods to purpose-built vehicles that are 8, 10, even more passengers. We expect to see this type of innovation also hit the bus market as well, so stay tuned for that. Another recent development has been NHTSA's approval of autonomous shuttles for the delivery of packages, not just people. And then the third thing that's new is we are really moving from a period where it was all about the pilots into all these new services. So we're going from the testing to the actual service. And it's more important than ever to understand what it means to have the shuttle as part of a multimodal transit system. It's not some sort of experiment or niche product, it's actually part of a system. So some of those components we'd like to pull your attention to and included in this project, first and foremost, is the importance of understanding the digital infrastructure that will lead to that communications you need for the shuttle operations. We were thrown a little bit of a monkey wrench into the system last year with the Federal Communications Commission's decision to move away from the dedicated short-range communication, DSRC, to the more C to B to X, or the 5G, if you will. It may not sound like it's a big deal for urban planners, but in fact, it's a huge deal for a couple of reasons. For first things, a lot of these small cells really aren't all that small. The other thing too is that it will depend on this mosaic of small cell networks that need to be put together and installed and unobstructed. So what are the things that could obstruct some of these services? Well, there are things like buildings and tree canopy that we urban planners have to think about. So in the future, we see that digital infrastructure planning as important as the same planning that goes into pipes or other types of infrastructure. Secondly, we're looking a lot more intently at the curb and the curbside and how we can make these designs for the shuttle to actually not only do its transit operations, but also can we de-risk by design so that the shuttle can operate as smoothly as possible. And then finally, we're looking at that whole network of land use planning and complete streets and economic development through mobility hubs, where you can actually build